heart may fail, my song will rise to you. While there's breath in my lungs, I will praise you, Lord. In the dead of night, I'll lift my eyes to you. Though the waters rise, I'll lift my eyes to you. While there's hope in this heart,
while there's hope in my heart, I will look to you, I will look to you. Oh gosh, you guys. Today is a really, really tough day. Among other things. And now my girls, where are my girls? Where are my girls? Where are my champions? Where are my champions? First of all, I want you guys to check in. Comment below real quick. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I totally want to get some overseas YouTubers. So if you are overseas, shout out. Give me a shout out. I know I've got some people in Florida. Hello, hello, the Dixons. I've got Polly in Santa Barbara and Julia. I don't actually know where Julia, I don't know where you live, but shout out to you guys. Shout out to all my YouTubers. You guys leave comments below because I want to be able to like start talking to you in my vlogs. Also, Julia gave me some, she gave me a couple ideas that she wants me to talk about. I'm going to be doing that later in the week. And in the meantime, I wanted to spend some time talking to you guys today about a painful subject. It's a really, really hard subject for me to talk about. And if I was a single child, I would be able to just really dissect it and go into it. But because I have a brother and a sister, and I always just want to be really respectful of them and their lives. They're both very, very private people, and they keep their lives private, and they're not like me. They're not out in YouTube telling everybody everything. But that's just me. I was born when I was little. I knew what my mission was. I've just always had this mission in life, and that is to transform, empower, and help humanity. Like, that's just, you know, when I was doing my infomercials, that was one of the huge driving forces behind me whenever I would go and do an appearance, is because I wanted to help women. I've always had this just really strong urge to help women. So knowing that that's my big drive, the situation that I want to talk about, it's really, really sad. It's actually, it has to do with, gosh, I mean, I'm really tentative to even, you know, again, what I'm just going to do is I'm not going to say who this is that I'm talking about. Just because I want to just be really, you guys can probably infer who it is. It's a parental figure. It's someone that's been with me my whole life. And they have inspired me, and they are a huge precursor as to why I am who I am. And I think I have huge understanding of who she is. I feel like I can speak to her in a way that kind of, you know, we all have accesses of communication to people, and I believe every one of us has a special way of communicating and talking. And I know that I have a lot of my personality and traits have come as a result of her raising me the way she did. But it's just I'm at a befuddled standstill, and that is what this is about. Okay, this vlog is about communicating with, loving, working with someone that has a chemical imbalance with alcohol. Let's call it that. Let's call it a chemical imbalance with alcohol. The word alcoholic, and to define her as an alcoholic, is something that I would have no issue or problem in doing. The problem is it has such the stigma around it that it's one of those things where it's like the word can have all these connotations, and unfortunately we're in 2017 and this shouldn't be a stigma anymore. It should be, people should understand what the disease is about, but you know, people don't. I don't even know if I really do, but all I know is that it's a very, very, very painful relationship when you have someone that you look up to and you admire so greatly, and they have a chemical imbalance with alcohol. Let's just, as soon as alcohol goes into her system, she is a... Anyway, you guys, sorry about that. I just got a phone call. I had a phone call. Anyway, I guess one of the reasons why I'm doing this vlog is that normally I'm really happy and I'm upbeat and I'm always like trying to be really encouraging, but I just want you guys to know, like, I'm having a tough day today, and then even the word even tough doesn't even come close to describing it. Like, I seriously want to be bawling my eyes out, but I'm gonna go work out because I know that after I work out, I know my mindset will be better, and I know I'll be able to have cleaner, happier, purer thoughts. Because right now I'm so upset and angry. You know, when you love an addict or anybody that has situations, personalities, profiles like this, what's sad is they just don't understand how damaging they are to the world. They don't understand. It affects me. It affects my marriage. It affects my brother, his marriage. I mean, it affects everyone in our lives. And I guess what it is what you have to decide is, and what I need to try to triumph over is when a situation like this does happen, and when there is when she goes into these fits or whatever it is you want to call it, it's soul destroying. It's soul destroying. It's very soul destroying. I wish I had something more positive to kind of say on the situation, but I'm actually I'm just kind of gutted, and I'm gutted, I'm frustrated, I'm feeling just a lot of things. The other thing is, her father, my grandfather, died with, as a result of Alzheimer's. And I believe that she's almost on that pre-Alzheimer's place. Like, she's kind of like right in that space. The thing for me that's really frustrating is that if I knew I was doing something and it was destroying my relationship with my children, it was destroying my relationship with life, it was destroying my feelings in life, I would see my creativity. If I was an artist, she's an artist, to see that go down. Just everything in your life gets depleted and destroyed, and then you continue to still do that behavior. It's just like mind-blowing to me. And it's not even like mind-blowing, it's like, it's very hard, and it's literally like seeing someone bang their head against a wall and it just bust open and bleed, and then they do it again, and then they do it again, and 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 it's just like, it's very difficult. And because we are in June and July, my theme is to get your answers within yourself, to feel your energy within yourself, and not to allow your happy to be circumstantial on events or what someone else says or does or whatever. And so I guess what I'm going to do is, number one, realize there's nothing I can do. It's out of my control. It's completely and utterly and totally out of my control. What is in my control is how I react to her when I talk to her. It's how I allow that energy, and I just, gosh, if you've ever loved someone that has a chemical imbalance with alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, it's very, very tough, because who they are as a person is magical and amazing, but who they are when they're in their cups or substances or whatever it is just a totally different person. And it's just, it's a totally different person, and it's like they're possessed. They're not even the same person. And that's what's really, really hard. And the other thing is I understand if you, like, you know, we're all young, we all make mistakes when we're younger and do all that, but this has like been a lifetime cycle. This has been going on for a lifetime, and it's just for me to see her get at the end of her years where she could be enjoying her kids and her grandkids and just enjoying her life and being happy, and that's just not how the script is gonna go. And all I can do, again, is control myself. I can control my reactions. I can control my emotions. I can control what Kita can do. I control being the best person that I can be. And I can control my energy, and I can control taking care of myself. And so that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I am doing. I think the biggest thing too is getting looped in and getting like she's one thing, and it's probably all addicts want to do this too, is they want to enroll you in their drama, and they want to make themselves right for saying what they're doing. And I normally, not only do I enroll in the drama, but I get on the other side and I like fight her on it, and I get frustrated with the situation. But I don't know, I mean, it's like shout out to all addicts out there, anybody that's struggling or suffering with something. We all, just so you know, we all have an addiction or a struggle in an area. And if you're not, then you're not my people. My people and my warriors and who I am, we're all battling something. We battle something every day. Every day there's going to be something that's going to come up, and it's going to come for you, and it's going to come for your feet, and it's going to come to pull you down and pull you under. And you know, it's just like being in reflection of that, being aware of that. That's what's going to happen. You being you and me, we have to just like really pull it in, and you got to let go. If that person wants to make that mistake and they want to go in that direction, I have to let go. I have to let go, and I have to let her make this mistake. I try to be the go-between, which has not ever been my role at all. It's always been my sister's role, to be able to try to like be the peacemaker. And my twin for 25 years, something like that, has gone back every year to take care of my mom and be there to help her. And you know, it just gets to a point where you just can't keep doing the same thing with the exact same result. It's you know, we three of us have somewhat have some clarity in the situation and understanding of the situation. But I think what's the saddest thing is you never ever give up. You never give up. And you know, it's almost like when you get those sunshine days where they're clear and no chemicals are in their body, it's like the sunniest, brightest, closest space to heaven. It's like, imagine a blanket out and a picnic basket and all the right foods and the music and the temperature, and there's no bugs or ants, and it's just like this beautiful day, and it's a lake, and there's all these toys, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be unbelievable. And then you kind of got to duck dive down, and you know, sometimes it's days, sometimes it's months, sometimes it's years before you'll have another connection or conversation like the one you just had. That was a space of heaven. And if I were to kind of look back at my relationship with her, I would just kind of say it's predicated, first of all, on a foundation of when I was a child, of amazingness. She was just absolutely, like, there was no one better. She was like right up there with Jesus. She was like the most amazing person ever. But as she's gotten older and depression's kind of kicked in, it's just gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's just at an all-time high right now. And it's just sad. It's really, really sad. It's very sad, and it's very painful to see that as you get to the end of your life, which should be the place where you're, you know, saying your goodbyes, and you're, you know, it's kind of like the cherry on the sundae. She's just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's just really, really, really hard. So shout out to anybody who's a caregiver out there. Shout out to anybody who's taking care of someone who has addiction issues. Shout out to anybody out there who's an addict who has to deal with these things. If you are an addict and you are dealing with like alcohol or any kind of, you know, any addiction, shopping, you know, whatever the addiction is, and it's what you just want to ask yourself is, when you wake up the next day, are you looking to apologize? When you open your eyes, do you say to yourself for 1 second, oh my God, what did I do? Because if you're doing that and you're seeing that when you do this certain substance or whatever it is, that your life changes, it becomes unmanageable, uncontrollable, you've got an issue, and you've got something that you need to address. And if you don't address it, it's gonna destroy your life, and it'll destroy your family, it'll destroy your relationships. And it's like, all you gotta do is just, you know, look at your life and have the courage to surrender, to throw the white flag up and say, I surrender. I'll never forget, this was now maybe 3 years ago, where I was battling with really severe depression. And a lot of it, quite frankly, is just over this relationship that I have. And what it is I've always sought that out in other women and in relationships. I've sought out that mother figure because I have not ever really had that. And so what happens is that I kind of put that element of wanting to find that type of wanting to have that relationship, you know, with someone, and just not really, you know, not connecting. And I'm so sorry, you guys. It's just like I was a little distracted because I'm sitting in this parking lot right now talking to you guys. It's so hot out. And this really crazy looking, I mean, kind of scary looking, group of people just walked by. But anyway, I don't want to go into that. But whoa, that was a little scary. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and lock my doors right now. Anyway, okay, so I'm sorry because they were just like staring at me as they were walking by. I was like, it probably does look funny. I'm sitting in here talking on the phone. But let me just finish by just saying that if you are an addict, I know that guilt and shame and all of that might seem insurmountable to you. But what you don't realize is how many people love and adore you, and how many people are completely waiting for that day for you to say, I have a problem and I want to change my life. There would be so, I cannot tell you, if she did this, I would be on the first plane. My sister, we would do whatever it would take. We would move heaven and earth for her to get the help that she would need to get. But it's got to start from within that person. There's no other way. We've tried everything. And my brother is a hero. My brother is just, he's amazing. He's really amazing. He's an amazing man. And my heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to, my heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to anybody that's going through this battle. It's a lifelong battle. And honestly, until she, you know, until it totally consumes her, it's just a sad, it's not, you know, normally if someone is getting older and they're, you want to think that they're getting to their twilight years, that good things are happening. It's just really hard to see that. It's just, it's like no matter how many times the record player goes around and then it scratches and it has a bang, it's just like you would think, okay, take that off, blow off the record, clean it up, maybe put a different record on, but she just keeps running the same record. And I think, you know, you finally get to a point where you just, it's like enough. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't love her the same. It doesn't mean that I won't pray for her. It doesn't mean that I will stop calling her. I call her every day to try to encourage her. But it's just it's this profound sadness within me. I have a profound sadness within me. And, you know, there's just nothing really to do about it. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go work out, and I'm gonna try to just bring, you know, a gentle, loving energy to myself. I'm gonna just do the best that I can, and I'm gonna do legs, I'm gonna do some chest, I'm gonna do some cardio. I'm gonna do the best that I can do. In the meantime, stand in your light, stand in your truth, and above all else, be aware. This is Kita, your champion for women. Love you. Bye.